Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. I'm glad we both got the gray shirt memo today.
Pulled this out of a laundry basket before the show.
Perfect. Yeah, this was I got home from work and I just need to get out of the work clothes. And it was, oh, look, a pair of shorts, a shirt. Yes, let's go.
That gets it done. Good job.
Yes, it's the lowest of bars, but by God, I cleared it.
Good job, Rick.
Yes.
Proud of you. It looks clean. Mine's a little wrinkly.
Yeah, this was like kind of folded up a little, although, good. Not the night for a
old school
shirt.
bull shirt. Well, I'm wearing a shirt that I had before Aaron Rodgers that he started wearing.
Oh,
the Doc Holliday Say When shirt.
Yeah.
I'm taking it back. I'm reclaiming my shirt from that pud whack. All right, let's do the propers and get into the comedy.
All right. So you can follow us on all of our social media at I'm Fat Pod at gmail.com. Check us out on Spotify. You can do that. You can listen. You can watch the video there.
Yeah.
All that stuff. I'mFatMerch.com for all of our merch or any merch from TeePublic. Just use our link and we get a kickback. No matter if you get our merch, someone else's merch, whatever, as long as it's on TeePublic. If you're watching us on YouTube right now live, thank you. Like the video, subscribe if you have not. And, you know, even throughout the week, if you're doing stuff for work and you watch this live, or even if you're more of an audio listener, totally get it. Just throw us in a tab on the background and let the thing run, even if you have us muted. Totally fine. Let's just juke some numbers, huh?
Let's do that.
And you can always subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, all that stuff. 5-star rating and review. And
that's it.
Yeah. All right.
I forgot that I usually do that part of the propers.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of waiting, but I'm like, oh, I'll just do it. Screw it.
I threw you off a little bit. Sorry about
that. I'm a poet
that.
and didn't know it.
It only took me 290 shows. I'll figure this out.
That's
You're
okay.
show 290, by the way.
Wow.
Which is kind of crazy. Like,
I know. In theory, we should think of something to do for episode 300, but knowing us, it won't happen.
Hey, it's 10 weeks from now. We got time.
Right.
Anyway, it's good to be here, man. I'm in my basement where it is approximately 55 degrees, and I might never leave.
Yeah, it's rough.
After that.
When I got in my car today after work, the in-car temperature is always off. Like we all know this.
Yeah.
It's set 104.
No, that's just sell the car.
No. Yeah,
I'm good.
Exactly. So a couple notes for fats and non-fats alike.
Yeah.
As we really start to dip into, like, it's going to be in the 90s here very soon. Like in this next week, it is going to be in the 90s.
Oh, it was 90 today for sure.
Yeah.
Had to be.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Something that
high in 91.
Okay. So something I never think of when it's hot out because I'm an idiot. I always think to warm up my car in the winter by starting it ahead of time. You know what I never do? Start my car ahead of time when it's warm out.
You're
so
right
that the air
about
conditioning
that.
gets going.
Dude, that has never even crossed my mind.
I know.
Why wouldn't I do that? It's the same thing. It's the same idea.
Yes. I love that I saw you have the brain blast moment right there.
That thought has never crossed my mind. I should cool the car off.
Isn't it so funny? Because like for me, it really, like I took it to heart today when I was going back to my car. That was the first time I thought of that. And mind you, I only did it like as I was walking out. There's like literally a 25-step walk. So at the beginning of the 25-step walk, I'm like, you know, it's totally going to make a difference starting the car right now.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. That's genius. So, all right, that's a good fat hack that no one had maybe thought of. I'm sure somebody did. But
also, if you have not yet, like take inventory of your gold bond.
Yeah.
It's that time. The my version that I have that I don't remember. I assume it was like some part of some thing that I got for a present. It's like, what is it called? Like Happy Nuts or something like that.
Oh,
That's
fun.
what it's called.
And that's the same idea as Gold Bond?
Yep. And the bottle is getting close to empty.
Oh, good. Well, it works. That's a good endorsement. Have you ever used the Mando products?
I think I have like a travel size of one.
Yeah. So that's like it's like a cream and you put it on your grundle and it works. Like it definitely keeps things dry and keeps things smelling like the Mando. I gotta say though, like sometimes there's one of this. I don't like the bourbon leather scent.
Okay.
Of theirs. I know they sponsor CHGO, but this is not a CHGO show.
Nope.
I do use it. I have like the deodorant wipes in my car, and I like the deodorant sticks are really nice. But sometimes the cream has like whatever the reactive chemical in it is. I'm really aware of it, and it's probably just me being like, "Do I smell? Do I smell? This is a different smell."
Sure.
And I'm sure it smells fine. I haven't gotten any complaints about it. But it's just like I'm hyper aware of the smell, and I think that might be. It's probably more of a me thing than anything. But it works. That stuff works, and like all kinds of brands now are doing the all body deodorant. I saw like Dove's got one. A bunch of different brands. I think that Papatui that we've talked about before.
Yes.
The rock stuff they have. I think it's only at Target, but they've got the all body deodorant. So you've got options now, way more than we had when I was a youth.
Yeah.
Where it was Gold Bond or nothing, or maybe baby powder.
Yes. Oh my God, the amount of times in my life that just covered a bathroom in baby powder.
Oh, I mean, there's no good way to apply.
No, there's not.
No.
It's so annoying.
No. Unless you're really close with your significant other and you're like, hey,
no,
I'm going to put my heels behind my ears and you're going to powder my taint.
So that was one of those things. Like I would attempt after my shower, like try and let it drain, do everything else, and then do that last, where I would hope the bathtub was dry enough, and then try and do that, and then just like have a cup and just like, then just try and feed all the extra baby powder down the drain. But sometimes your feet are still going to be wet, so then you have like stray baby powder on your feet. And you like couldn't sneak away if you wanted to.
Well, and then you get it on your hand, and then you like rub your eye, and they need someone needs to invent a better applicator for a Gold Bond.
Right. Well, just don't get the powder then. Pretty much is
true.
Just all the creams are better for that.
Another fat hack you should know if you are somewhere where there's plastic seats, be it the Metro, be it some kind of restaurant, and you feel a little dampness on your crack. Before you stand up, you got to do a little slide with your butt to take care of any ass marks that your sweat may have left through condensation or just flat out sweat. Give it the old ass swipe to clean up the seat so you don't leave a swass mark behind. I do that every time I get up, just in case.
That's smart.
It's become a habit.
Yeah, and by habit, you mean necessity.
I'll even if I'm in a booth, I'll do like the spin. Like I'll spin my legs out and then I'll still do like a forward hump.
Smart.
To give it a side wipe and then a front wipe, and I'm usually good to go.
That's next level.
Yeah.
To try and go both directions, so that way, like whatever you're sitting on, you're with the grain.
Yeah.
So,
the worst seats for swass are the Metro.
Oh yeah,
because they're
it's the way to really sweat.
Leather. Yes, it's like plasticky leather, and it's sort of air conditioned. But the doors open so often that it almost becomes like a rainforest in the train, and you are just a sweaty bastard.
Yep.
So, I mean, these are some of the hacks. If you're in the chat, you have some hacks. Let us know. Our buddy Rush Schneider says you can roll down the windows with your key fob in some cars. That helps on hot days, too. Yeah, I like that. It's a good idea. But just, some things, some fat hacks as the heat approaches from Rick and I to you all.
Yes. Definitely. It is. It's a tough time for fats out there.
It is. And you know what? My Mazda Roland Park does have I can start it with the app.
Yeah.
Can't do the windows, but the air conditioner, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I can't wait to try it. I'm very excited about it. So I will do that. I'm also due for an oil change. I got yelled at by my car. Service engine soon. Like, God, fine. Quit yelling at me. But it keeps me on task, and I don't go 6,000 miles over
Yeah.
It just reminds me, okay, it's time to get in there. I do. They've got great service. Make an appointment right on the app. You're in and out in an hour. Full oil change, full inspection, tires rotated, the whole nine. It's a great deal, great service, and it's a great vehicle from Mazda of Orland Park. So check it out, MazdaofOrlandPark.com. They're right there on 159th Street in Orland Park. Get yourself a new Mazda. I've got a CX-5 from 2015 and a 2022 CX-30. Love them both. I will be a Mazda customer for life, not only because they're great cars, but because of the buyer experience at Mazda of Orland Park. Great stuff.
All right. So I'm trying to think of the last time I had a new candy that I enjoyed this much.
A new start?
A new start. Yes. Move it, anus tart. I was at 7-Eleven, as I am wont to do.
Yeah.
And I saw a new flavor of High Chew.
Ooh.
The sweet and sour watermelon.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, dude.
I love High Chew.
Yeah, High Chew is great. I feel like, now mind you, it's candy, so the flavors are definitely not natural.
No.
But
they are indeed not.
But I feel like they come closer to a natural type taste than most. Like
I agree with that.
The thing that I would say about these is if you want a slightly more adult version of the Sour Patch Kid watermelon, it is extremely close to that flavor.
Okay.
So, and you don't have to deal with the sugar on it.
Yeah.
So that like, I'm very close to saying I would rather have this than the Sour Patch Kid watermelon.
Whoa.
It is like, just for the lack of junk on your hands, and the flavor is so good and so close. Yeah, there's no good way to say that.
Or in your hands.
Right. So as now I'm dropping this thing because all I want to do is eat these.
Yeah.
They are so good. Like, I feel like 7-Eleven, this is like the first week I feel like I've seen them. I could be wrong, but I feel like they are very new and they are very good. So go to a 7-Eleven, and it seems like most of them have them. So
you've got to go to Chinatown.
Mm-hmm.
They've got there's several of these candy stores. They're like bulk candy stores. They have like every kind of High Chew you can imagine.
Okay.
Like some of it's weird and maybe it's not something you think you'd like, but
Yeah.
like it's awesome. My favorite High Chew are the cola. The Coca-Cola flavored High Chew.
Sure.
I love those. You know me, I love cola flavored anything, like the gummy colas and that sort of stuff. But these sweet and sour watermelon, that sounds like a game changer. So I'm gonna go to my, because I never, you know what? It's weird when I'm at 7-Eleven, I don't look for that kind of stuff.
Sure.
I'm always looking for some kind of new chip, or I'm almost always like, what are the new Reese's, or like, you know, those sort of adjacent kind of candy bars. I'm never looking for, you know what I can't find is apparently they're making like gushing nerd clusters.
Oh.
And I can't find them anywhere. So if anyone has seen them, let us know. I'm fatpod@gmail.com, or let us know in the chat right now. Because I've been pretty much, anytime I go to a store and I'm looking for something new, I am seeking that out. Like head on a swivel, where are those?
Yeah, and I believe this is like a nationwide one. It wasn't just the location I was at. These are buy one, get one for $1 right now. And I think they're like $2 pretty much. So it's like a buy one, get one half off, more or less.
All right, I'm going tomorrow.
Do it.
I passed several 7-Eleven.
Okay.
On my
now,
my journeys.
I will say, I think I passed a couple of these out to people at work. I don't know that they're the most trustworthy sources. They didn't like them quite as much as I did, but like, I really like these, like a lot.
All right. Your endorsement's as good as any for me. So I'm in. I will try them.
All right.
I got a recommendation for everybody. I told you, what was it, about 2 weeks ago? When I went to Labriola in Oak Brook for our anniversary. Had a great experience. I had a steak with fries. She had pasta, loved it. And we had our eye on the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So this weekend, for my father-in-law's birthday, we did the architecture cruise with Wendella, which was
Nice.
awesome. We actually went Saturday, which downtown Saturday was, we'll just say it was busy.
Yes. Yes,
But
it was.
we had no issues at all. Like the protests walked by, very
Mhm.
peaceful, very organized. Like shout out to everybody. The police were like very calm, gave people their space. The protesters knew like where they're allowed to go, where they're not. That's how it's supposed to be done.
Perfect.
Good job all around. Very cool to see like a protest of that size in person. So we're going down the river and the protest is coming down Wacker.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can imagine, we're like, it's called Wolf's Point, which is like where the Y on the river connects, where where all the three bends meet. So that's right at Wacker, and we're going along, and we're kind of following the protest. It was overwhelming and very emotional and very, very cool. Anyway, Wendella, great job. The guy who led the the MC or whatever you want to call him,
Mm-hmm.
who gives you the history lesson, he looked like a young Mike Francesa. But he was great. Like you could tell this was not like a summer job for this guy.
Yeah.
He was passionate. He knew like details about every building, every architect. It was cool because Hope's dad
Mm-hmm.
built. It was like a contractor manager
Okay.
out of college, so he had a hand in the Sears Tower and like dozens of buildings downtown.
Wow.
Have my father-in-law's work in them. So we knew he would really enjoy that. So anyway, did that. Then after that, we went to Labriola for dinner, and it was so good. So we went to the one on 535 North Michigan. It's Michigan and Grand. So as you're on Michigan, walking, well, whichever way you're walking, it's on the east side of Michigan. And it's like kind of down a little row.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like kind of tucked away. But so Hope and I tried the pizza. And what we had our eye on was they call it their skinny deep dish. Now, this is Hope's phone, which is a little blurry. But she got the burrata on her half, and I got the sausage on my half. So the skinny deep dish is like, I would almost say like Lou's thickness,
Okay.
but it definitely has like, you can see on the crust, it almost has that Pequod style of like caramelization and
Mm-hmm.
char on it. And the sausage was great. And it's also got that like crushed tomato sauce.
Yeah.
So it was delicious. Now, I will say, anytime you get a pizza with that crushed tomato kind of a sauce on it, it's going to be a little more mild.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to add Parmesan to taste or crushed red pepper to taste. But this was phenomenal. Loved it. And then everybody was kind of passing around what they got. Hope's mom got the lemon chicken. It was terrific. Like everybody loved what they got. The Sicilian old fashioned? No, sorry. Sicilian, maybe it's a margarita. I think that's what it was called. I had a sip of, the Sicilian margarita. Orange Valencia tequila, coconut syrup, blood orange juice, and lime. That was phenomenal. It's just a place that has quickly become one of my favorite Chicago restaurants. I went from, when we lived in Lamont, we'd go to Oak Brook for lunch, and it was Labriola Cafe, and I was like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
it's like paninis, and I'm not
Yeah.
fine. Now that it's like the Ristorante, it is one of my favorite spots in the city. And like Oak Brook, there's a bunch of them. And there was no drop off from Oak Brook to Chicago. So if you don't want to go downtown, understandable.
Sure.
Just outstanding. Loved it. Everything we had, because like I said, everybody was passing around whatever they had. And it was just tremendous. And the kids were happy because, my niece Ruth got like butter noodles. And my nephew Jack just got like, pasta with red sauce. Addie got chicken parm. That was great. Like it was just, everything was wonderful. Huge portions. The one complaint I have is they have a service fee,
Okay.
which is 3%. Now I know that this was a thing during COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and I got it then, right? Like you're asking people to come in, they're working in close contact with a lot of people all the time.
Sure.
You're asking your chefs, your managers to be there around a lot of people in and out the door with masks on. Fine. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
We're not at that point. I know COVID is still around. My dad just got over it, so I'm very sensitive to it. He's been in the hospital for a month with it, so I get it. I'm not trying to downplay COVID, but we're not at that point anymore.
Right.
The service fee was $13.
That's a lot.
And then they auto tipped 20 because of the size of the party. And then on the receipt, they do the thing where it's like additional tip. So if you're not actually paying attention to your receipt,
Right.
you're going to naturally write in another 20% in there just out of habit.
Sure.
So I saw it. I'm like, whoa, hold on. There's already 20% on here for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So don't add, well, you could add if you want, but don't add another 20%. Or it's like, oh my God, I was about to do the math.
Sure.
So I don't love that. And I know like a lot of places will say big group automatic gratuity, which is typically 18%.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they're taking care of their servers.
Sure.
And making it 20, but it's got to be a little more defined than that. And I think that it's time to dump that service charge.
Yes.
We had 8 people in there. We spent a lot of money in there. We don't need an extra $13 on top of everything we're already paying. And I feel like maybe if we put up a stink,
Mm-hmm.
they would have waived it, but I don't want to be that guy, you know?
Right.
So anyway, other than that, it's just something to be aware of when you go to Labriola. There is a service charge. And for, 2 people, it'll be like $3.
Sure.
But we had 8, so it was 13. But just a tremendous meal top to bottom. The pizza's great. Everything they make is so good. So it has become one of my favorite spots.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last time I've been.
I think they changed their model. I think they did. Like I think it used to be more cafe-ish, casual, and now it's a little. I don't want to say it's upscale.
No,
but it's a higher end, casual Italian.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
Yeah,
because I do remember it more the cafe style.
Yeah,
and being like, this is good, but like when it's cafe style, it's probably going to have some sort of a limit to it.
Exactly.
Did you see the video, the fat that went viral this week for not only being a typical fat, but also being a typical tourist who was in, I don't know what museum in Italy, but there was the piece of art that was the chair covered in crystals.
Yes.
And Buddy is trying to float over the chair to get a picture taken. And God forbid anything happened and he lost his balance and sat and broke said chair with all the crystals on it. And then him and his wife just get up and go. They leave like nothing happened. Yeah, this. Everybody can relate to this in some way, shape, or form. Also, the fact that you were like, you can't tell me this isn't Rick and Sam. Well done.
True. All right, here I got it on Reddit. You can kind of see it. I'll try to go full screen here. Dude. What are you doing, dude? Like
why?
And they just leave. You got to tell somebody. You've got to tell somebody like, hey.
Well, also even if you don't want to tell somebody, are you telling me you don't think there's cameras on that?
Oh, of course there are.
Like, come on, man. And is there any way in which the picture is good enough to make that worth it?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No. I mean, screw your crystal chair. First of all,
yes.
So I don't feel bad about it, but
no,
it's it did kind of look like you two.
Yeah,
it was a guy was not quite your size. He was, maybe 30 pounds, 20 pounds lighter than you.
For sure.
The girl looked a lot like Sam. And the guy was blurred out. I'm like, that might be Rick. That definitely looks like Sam. That might be Rick.
Yeah.
That made my day. That was so funny. Like, it's
so good.
This is why, see, Rick, we talk about this a lot. We don't put ourselves in situations to go viral.
Exactly.
Yes. There's so many people like, why don't you try this or that? I'm like, No. I will
Right.
fall and I will go viral and I'll be forever the fat guy that did XYZ.
Right.
No. I'm not doing that.
No.
Like whenever we do Blackhawks takeover,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, Jay, why don't you skate? I'm like, I'm not skating.
No.
I have nothing to gain by skating.
Right.
Even if I like do a triple axel, at some point I might fall, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone's gonna take a picture of me, and it's gonna be like, local hockey expert sucks at skating.
Right.
Never trust his opinion on anything ever
Yeah.
again.
Or when someone sees an opinion you give that they don't like, they're gonna tweet you the video and be like, "This you."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And and then I also, in fairness, probably can't criticize a hockey player ever again.
Yeah.
So I just won't do it.
So, to that point.
I just killed a giant centipede on my wall.
Oh, nice.
The
Well
leg is
done.
still this leg is still on my wall and it's still moving.
Interesting.
Like you kill it and like the nerves are
Yeah, that's
juicy. Ugh,
it's
gross.
not great.
Okay, sorry.
But no, so with the you do one dumb thing and that's what sticks with you. Like
Yeah.
I've either produced or hosted God knows how many shows in my time at the Score. What is the one thing that always pops up on a Google search?
A Google search?
Yeah, like if someone were to just search my name, it would probably, I can only assume what it would be.
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be the Real Urban Barbecue photo or the Modelo story.
Yep. That's what I was
Or
assuming.
you breaking a chair in Mitch's office.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that one did not make it to like a clip that was pulled for YouTube. Like the me breaking the chair in Mitch's office and us discussing it.
Do you think he has a yeah, that's true. If the chair would have been more damaged, it would have been better.
Yeah, because if you just looked at the chair, you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell. But any of us in that room know that there was no two ways about what that sound was.
There was a pop of these nails or staples bursting out of the wood because Rick kind of hoisted himself up. Now, it's better than the time Spiegel did that and literally broke the metal arm.
Oh, that's right.
So he like hoisted himself up on like a bar stool level, rotating chair. And
Yeah, because
the arms and the whole thing broke off.
Yeah, because the table height in the Score on Air Studio, at least at the time,
very well
was
designed.
pretty high.
Great design in there.
Yeah, well, they did so much better on the redesign.
Yeah.
Where it literally makes no sense, but whatever. Anywho, you do one dumb thing and that's right there for you. The things that if I had to do like two things that people will think of me for, it is going to the wrong Super Bowl party and getting free barbecue at Real Urban Barbecue. Oh, okay.
You just made some balloons go off.
I did.
Good job. Well, you know what? Everyone's got one. I think the reason the Modelo story is so good is because it could happen to everyone. It could happen to anyone. And you're the kind of guy who can go in and like settle down with a crowd and like kind of be comfortable and cool. And you don't really stand out in any way, good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in a good way, because you're so, you know what I mean? But like,
yeah,
you blend in.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
It really is.
The other reason people love it too is because it wasn't them.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's it. 100%. Yeah. Thank God it wasn't me. This is a great story.
Yep. Hey,
all right.
I'm here for it.
Yes. I got to tell you about our friends at Nick and Ivy Brewing, 1026 South State Street in Lockport. Yes, I know Lockport is the South Burbs. You can do it. Take a 30-minute ride from the city to Lockport. It's right down 55 to visit one of the greatest breweries in the Chicagoland area. Not only because their beverages are outstanding, but the people, the vibes, just the overall feel of Nick and Ivy is tremendous. It's an awesome place, and they've got a new cocktail for their Car Show Mondays, raspberry bourbon lemonade made with Whiskey Acres straight bourbon whiskey, organic lemonade, and house-made raspberry simple syrup.
Oh,
That's got Rick Camp written
hell
all over it, dude.
Yes.
That's
Just-
an awesome place.
They could have just said, "Hey, Rick, we really like to have you here," without having to create a whole special gear to get it done.
We also somehow deep fried this. Will you please come, Rick? Yeah, go check out Nick and Ivy Brewing, 1026 South State Street. They've got the new Canal Water beer out. They're always introducing new stuff. It is an awesome spot. So, we're talking about show 300. Maybe in 10 weeks we'll do Nick and Ivy again. We've done 2 there, right? Or just 1?
We did the selection show the one time.
Yeah, I think we could do it. We could try a 300 show there. That could be fun if they still want us. By the way, congratulations to Seth Jones and the Florida Panthers for winning their 2nd consecutive Stanley Cup.
Wow.
They just won. Gotta say, I called it.
Was Seth Jones good for them?
Yes, he was. Because guess what? Seth Jones was good all along. People just didn't like him because he was paid a lot of money by a GM that was fired and other reasons. So, I will say he kind of crapped over himself at the end when he's like, I'm unhappy and this sucks. I want to get out of here.
Sure.
Fine. But up until then, he did what you paid him to do. So, Stanley Cup champion, Seth Jones. Congrats to him.
Wow.
And the Florida Panthers, that is how you build a hockey team, my friend.
Yeah.
You get good players at every position. Everyone buys in. That's how it's done.
Nice.
Well done. We had Dave Bowen on CHGO today, and we were talking to him about like the same thing with those Dynasty Hawks. Is like a guy like him or Marcus Kruger could have been bigger pieces of better teams, but they just were like, whatever, accept role, execute, and that's why they won 3 cups. So maybe the Panthers will do it again next year. We will see.
Did they announce who's Conn Smythe yet?
Not yet. They're literally doing the handshakes now. I wonder if McDavid won again. I'm gonna guess it's Brad Marchand. He's been awesome.
Okay.
Anyway, no one cares about that. I had another tremendous meal.
Okay.
A place I've been before. Yesterday, Hope and I went to see Ben Folds with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, which was very cool. So we went to High Five Ramen. This is one of my favorite places in the world. 112 North Green Street. So if you've ever been to Green Street Smoked Meats or the Trivoli Tavern, where it's like Peoria and Randolph, and there's like a little cobblestone alleyway where all these restaurants are. And High Five is a little metal door with a handprint on it. You'd walk past it 1,000 times. You'd never know it's a restaurant. It's like a speakeasy. You walk downstairs. It's dark. Because Hope and I had been outside for a while, so my eyes were like from the sun.
Yeah.
I had to shine my flashlight to see down the stairs. But the best ramen, I got to show you. Look at you can order. There's 4 options. There's like tonkatsu. There's different ramens, the standards, with great pork belly in them. And then you can order spice levels. You can go quarter spice, half spice, full spice, and then there's like, we have something beyond full spice. Don't be an idiot.
Right.
Like, we are warning you. Don't be stupid and order this. It's like the insanity at Fry the Coop.
Yeah.
It's here. It doesn't mean you should get it. Is kind of what it says on the menu. So here is my half spice tonkotsu ramen. Look at the peppers in that bad boy.
Oh boy.
Yes. Perfect amount of heat. Got a dab in the forehead a little bit. Had to get through it. I just did Coke. No, I didn't do Coke. I had some Diet Cokes with I had like 3 of them, and they had a pitcher of water, and I was plowing through it. But it was never an unpleasant heat. Perfect. Hope got one with a seafood broth, which is a little bit different from mine. But it's got. I never liked hard-boiled eggs. I still kind of don't.
Yeah.
But I like them in ramen because they soak in the ramen broth.
Ooh.
And it's just a really nice texture. And then Hope ordered the cherry blossom, which comes out of like a frozen slushy machine at High Five. That is very small. That's like a little shot glass size of this slushy, but it was incredible. They also had was it pineapple? Yeah, pineapple painkiller. And the other, freezy machine. I'm telling you, it's tiny. I would say you probably fit maybe 25 people in there. Like
Okay.
it is that small.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go before like the rush, because you can't make a reservation, you just kind of have to look out. But if we went at like right at 5 or like 5:15, got the last 2 seats in the house, and man, High Five Ramen, just tremendous. And if you want to like, if you have people coming to Chicago and they're like, where should I go? This is the kind of place where you would tell them and they think you're the coolest person in the world, because it is a total vibe in there.
Yeah.
Like very hip, cool music playing. It's incredibly dark in there. It's all candle lit. A very like a limited menu, but a great menu with lots of ways to adapt it and make it better, make it different.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the, not only is the ramen outstanding, but it's just one of the coolest vibes in the city. You've been to Three Dots and a Dash, right?
Yes.
Similar, but like a little grittier.
Okay, it's funny because when you started describing, I was like, that was exactly what popped into my head.
Yes. I should have taken a picture of the interior, but it's, well, here, there's a good one on Yelp. I'll pull this up real quick. This will kind of demonstrate what the place looks like. It'll take me a second because I'm old, as you know.
Yes. That I
right.
do.
So that's the interior with nobody in there. So what is that, about 1, 2, 6 bar stools? And then it comes around the corner, and then there's probably 5 or 6 behind it, and that's it. And then there's 2 bartenders behind the bar that take your order, and then back, like if you're looking straight ahead in the photo, you see like the chrome.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kitchen, just a tiny little kitchen.
Oh.
And then as it's attached to Green Street Smoked Meats, that's who makes the pork belly.
Ah.
So they bring down the pork belly, and they do have a little smoking, oven, not an oven, but like a, I don't know, like container, like a heated container to keep it in.
Sure.
Dude, I am telling you. I don't know if you're the biggest ramen guy, but
generally not.
I can't imagine what would be in a tonkotsu ramen that you wouldn't like.
Okay.
It's just noodles.
Yeah.
There's sprouts, but like sprouts are nothing. They're just there for texture.
Mm-hmm.
There's an egg in there if you want it. You don't have to eat it. Like, it's just phenomenal. Spicy, savory, great meat. Like, I love it. It's one of my favorite meals in the city. So
you're
highly
able
recommend High Five.
You're able to do ramen in this heat?
Yeah, I was sort of thought about that. Like, is this going to be too hot for ramen? But it's so good.
Okay.
But I have had it in the winter. The first time I had it was winter.
Mm-hmm.
That just warms your bones up. And
yeah, that's one of those things where I think I'd be open to trying it, but just in this weather, no. Like in the heat already, I'm already warm enough. I have already been told, hey, so you know how I was out of town, not this past week, but the one before.
Yeah.
And Sam was like, the bed was like absolutely noticeably cooler with you not in it. Like I just emanate heat to that extent to where we can, do the normal couple thing where it's like, oh, okay, cuddle for a little bit. And then you turn over and you're on your opposite sides of the bed.
Yes.
Even then, apparently it is like a palpable difference when I am not there in terms of the heat in that bed.
Yeah, I get that. Our upstairs, I've talked about this a lot. Our upstairs is so freaking hot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm hanging out down here. It's the time of year where before I go to bed, I'll come spend a half hour in the basement.
Yeah.
Just to get cold. And then hopefully I can go upstairs and fall asleep before I get hot.
Yeah, when I lived in a place that had a basement, it was a similar vibe, and I would do the same thing. Any chance I got, I'm hanging out in the basement, or before bed, I'm going into the basement for a little bit just to regulate the temperature a little bit before I go to bed, because waking up sweaty is like one of the worst feelings you can have.
Yeah, and I'm at the point I can't get the blanket right.
Blanket?
Oh, I have to be covered.
No, yeah, that's
I
what a
have to.
sheet's for.
Yeah, but a sheet is not enough. I need to have some sort of weight on me.
Nah.
So I've slept like ass last 2 nights. I think I've got 5
No.
hours of sleep me over the last 2 days.
No. If I have a blanket on, it is well below freezing outside. It's like, for me, it is a sheet. Right now, like I think last night or the night before, I fell asleep, no sheet.
Wow.
I just, yeah. I cannot. Like it's noticeable when I am wearing the blanket as well.
Have you seen that Dyson bed fan?
No.
It's like a blade that sits at the end of your bed,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like as wide as your bed goes. Is it
Okay.
Dyson? Maybe it's a Ninja. Oh, it's a Shark. Yeah, Shark. The turbo blade, and it just goes to the end of your bed, and just blows a straight line of air on you.
So it just blows all your dead skin from your feet back into your face.
Basically, and your farts right back in your face. Yes. By the way, Sam Bennett won the Conn Smythe. Another worthy recipient.
Okay. Cool.
Anyway, yeah. So we got to get the air. So we hope rearrange Addie's room. We had put a window unit in her room last summer just to kind of cool off the upstairs.
Sure.
And then Hope wasn't thinking about it and put her bed in front of her window. And we're like, we got to put the air conditioner somewhere now. So we got to figure that out. But we will. We don't have a choice. I'll put the damn thing on the floor and turn it on. I don't even care.
Right.
It's like, if it can suck in 98-degree weather and make air and make it cold, can't it just suck in air from my room and make it cold? Does it have to be in a window?
Right. God.
Can't I just put on like a table?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got a fan running at night now too. Like that's the annoying thing with this fan is so it's got 4 settings. We'll set it to like 3 or 4 depending on the night.
Yeah.
When it feels like it's cold enough, it will drop itself down to 1 or 2. No, that should not be allowed. Is there probably a setting I can change? Yes. Would that require me looking online for any sort of manual to see how to stop that from happening? Yes.
That's already too much work.
Is that something I'm going to remember ever before the moment that I'm laying in bed and that thing is about to happen?
No.
So it's just one of those things.
I'm like, I'm seriously already dreading tonight.
Yeah.
And do you know why have I ever told the story why I have to sleep with a sheet on? Like a heavier sheet? When I was a child, I was convinced that if I wore a heavier blanket, I couldn't be stabbed through my blanket. So I just grew up with a heavy comforter on me because I grew up in a air-conditioned home.
Yeah.
So I was never hot in my room. This house, not so much. And now I have to have some kind of weight on me to sleep.
Do you or Hope sleep in the murder spot?
I think we both do because our bed is in the middle of the room.
Oh, okay.
So if you walk in our bedroom, you're like straight ahead and our bed is straight ahead.
Oh, okay.
So you can
Fair
go
enough.
either side and both. Yeah.
I sleep in our murder spot.
Okay, well,
because it's like you walk in and the bed is to the right. I mean, it's like basically right in front of you, but to the right.
Yeah.
So
we might have to move the old bed and put the old window unit in there soon because I'm not. Yeah. I think after tonight I'm going to be like, F this. It's going to be brutal. All right. I know I got one more thing to do before Ask a Fat. I know you had a couple other things you want to hit as well. But we should tell people about Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, 628 South Roselle Road in beautiful Schaumburg. It's beautiful, right?
Yes, it is.
Sure. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
But I will tell you what's beautiful at Fredo's. The I'm Fat Burger, the I'm Fat Pizza, the I'm Fat Grilled Cheese. All their insane monthly specials that they have all the time at Fredo's. Yeah. I think this month, was it the Tikka Masala Pizza?
Yes.
Yeah, go try that. Don't be stupid. They've got the giant mozzarella sticks, the old 13-inch mozzarella sticks for you. The burger of the month is also the tikka masala. They've got rosemary-infused lemonade going on right now. So if you're hot, rosemary-infused lemonade, that'll get it done. Fredo's Pizza, 628 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg. And check them out for their catering services as well. You got probably not a graduation party anymore, but a wedding, some special occasion that needs food. Fredo's will take care of it. Get in touch with them. They are going to knock it out of the park. That's a guarantee.
Absolutely. So you said F this to the Heat.
Yes.
I had to say F this to Sonic.
Ooh. What
So
happened?
twice in the last week, I forget what exactly spurred the first instance of wanting to go there. I think it had been like forever since Sam had been, and it had been a long time since I had, but I didn't necessarily view that as a bad thing. So so we decided to go. And the first time we went, all we were trying to get were like like their dirty sodas or dirty slushies or whatever. All we were trying to do. Ordered online ahead of time, go into a stall, hit the button, say, hey, we've got this online order. They're like, okay. So we wait. And we wait. And we wait. And since neither of us had been there in forever, and like a lot of other people were waiting a fair amount of time too, but then people who got there after us were still getting their stuff before. And this one does not have a walk up. So I had to just go
there.
I had to just go stand out there waiting for someone to come out at some point and be like, hey, we had this order. And they're like, oh, well, we had you pulling into a different spot. And then there was nobody in that spot. So we just assumed you didn't come through the drive-through. So it's just been sitting here. Like,
good. So remake it and bring it to me.
Right. So at least like that happened. And it's Sonic, where like the drinks and anything ice cream related, pretty good.
Yes.
So we try again. We go back. We've got Lulu with us. So we're like, you know what? We're having a fun day, different type of dinner. Let's just, do another online order. And we go there. And again, it takes quite a while. But we're keeping an eye on everybody around us, and nobody is getting their stuff quick. They clearly prioritize like the drive-through way before whoever is like in one of the stalls.
Yeah, but isn't that the whole bit? To be in the stall? Like, shouldn't that be the priority?
You would think. You would think. So I don't know how long that was. And this time we actually ordered food. Like Sam got kind of like a hodgepodge of different things. I got the one thing that I know I can trust from there. The Junior Frito chili cheese wraps.
Yes.
Which is literally just like whatever chili they use and Fritos and cheese inside a tortilla. I should have taken a picture. Yeah, I should have taken a picture of just how poorly they were wrapped.
Oh, no.
Because, like, it's not like everything was all over the place. It was contained. But, like, I mean, I had one of them that kind of looked like a scrotum. I'm like, it's a wrap. I get there's not like chicken in there to like really hold it together in terms of like shape, but like, what are we doing here? It looks like I was in there doing it with my motor skills. That's bad.
I mean,
like everything is wrapped like crap. And like,
it sounds like a place where there's not enough staff, or the staff there just does not care.
I saw a fair number of people. I think at this specific location, I think it was more the latter, probably a little bit of both, but man, it was just like the things they do well are things that seem like they're fairly hard to mess up.
Yeah.
Like I got like a cherry. Yeah, I got a cherry limeade slushie that time, and it was fantastic. Loved that. Yeah, but like any of their food is just straight not worth it.
It's not good.
No, like the tots, like the Junior Frito chili cheese wrap and the tots. That's what I limit myself to because I don't want to be disappointed.
It's like less than concession stand at a high school quality food.
Agreed.
Like the food at Homewood Baseball is better than Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
because we have hot dogs, we have walking tacos, we have Nacho Supreme, we have Aurelio's Pizza. Everything I've had at Sonic Food Wise has been average to bad. I got like the popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
It was basically, it's like fried.
There's no
It's
taste
not even
to it.
chicken. It's like fried like cartilage or something. There's
It's
like
fried
nothing
chicken
to it.
product.
Yeah, and look, I'm a chicken McNugget guy, so I'm not like a snob about this is made of pink slime. I don't care. Is there meat to it?
Mm-hmm.
There's no meat. It's like you're eating a deep fried air. It's not good.
Yeah. So if you go to Sonic ever, just get drinks
Yeah,
or
set your expectation.
desserts. That's all you should be getting from there. If you have to do a piecemeal meal where you get the drink from Sonic and you get the food from somewhere else, do it.
Yeah.
Because you just don't even be like, well, I want to give the food really a try there. It's not worth it.
Get some like if you have to, just get some tots.
Yeah, exactly.
Just order the large tots and call it a day.
Exactly. Like Sonic is the Bulls. Sonic has a novelty that everybody sticks to and you'll come back to every once in a while. But when you truly look at it and like consume the product, it's not good. It's not leading anywhere. It's very low ceiling.
They're not very motivated to get better, apparently.
Right. So I don't know. That's
rough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've got some good news.
Okay.
Remember the honey barbecue Fritos twists?
Yes.
Very good. Amazing texture. Perhaps my favorite texture of all snack chips.
Mm-hmm.
I had to run into Dollar General the other day. I don't remember why, but I had to. At the checkout were the queso flavored Fritos flavor twists.
Interesting.
I took down that bag right quick. I saved like 2 handfuls for Hope because I knew she'd want to try it.
Mm-hmm.
That was outstanding. I know they sell a Costco-sized bag of these at Costco because I saw them at Costco. I'm like, I don't want a bag that big because what if they suck?
Right.
You know, and I like the honey barbecue ones are great, but the queso ones are even better. So if you see those, get those. And if you've got a Pepe's nearby, this is what we did for Father's Day because I have a soft spot for Pepe's. I love Pepe's. I did not get one of these, but they exist. Jolly Rancher Margaritas. Nothing like authentic Mexican food from Pepe's.
Right.
Available in pina colada, guava, mango, strawberry, passion fruit, blue raspberry, watermelon, green apple, or cherry.
Yes, the typical Mexican flavor of blue raspberry.
Yes. So I saw that and I was like, what? No, we don't need, like, Pepe's doesn't try to be authentic.
No.
But at least it's like somewhat, I don't know. The Jolly Rancher Margarita, I was like, this should not be here. This should be somewhere else. But anyway, I love it. Pepe's is like, I get the same thing I have for my entire life. I get tacos with beef and cheese only and chili con queso. Chili con queso is like ranchero sauce, like what they'll top a burrito with, like the red sauce they'll top a burrito with, in a bowl full of melted cheese. And they just serve it with tortilla, like soft tortillas, like flour tortillas. And you literally drizzle the stuff in the tortilla, fold it up, and eat it. I take a spoon and put it in my taco, and it is awesome.
Okay.
So I love Pepe's, man. You get the margarita we got. It was like 80% tequila. I asked the guy, can you bring us like a lot of limes? And I started squeezing limes in there because it was almost too strong.
Oh, wow.
So, hey, get your money's worth. But
yeah. I just realized I had a New Mexican spot this week and I totally forgot about it.
Did you want to talk about it? We got time.
Sure.
All
yes. Right. I didn't have a picture because, again, I'm a dumb.
Yeah.
Chicago-style taco shop, 1238 South Highland Road in Lombard.
Okay.
So this is near Highland and Roosevelt. It's like right around that area.
Okay.
Smaller place, fairly unassuming. I just got like 3 tacos and rice. And I just got 2 chorizo, 1 steak on the tacos, just cilantro and onion.
Yeah.
They were really, really good.
I'm going through the I'm looking at the Yelp page, and all the food looks really good.
Yeah. The everybody I was with from work, they all got burritos. Very good sized burritos. Everybody loved them. There's like a lot of different salsas you can choose from. I believe they're known for their quesadilla tacos. Like those I saw people with those and they looked fantastic. I had a little bit. Not from there, no.
Oh, but you've eaten it before.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So like I had a little regret not getting those once I saw them in person. So that's something that I forgot. That I can't believe I forgot about that, but it was very, very good. So yeah, it's like at the end of a strip mall on Highland, like just south of Roosevelt.
Okay.
So check out Chicago Style Taco Shop, 1238 South Highland Ave.
I will say, quesadilla tacos, not the greatest for a work lunch. Because chances are you're bringing some of that home on your shirt.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
that is 100% happening. So
to be fair, with the group that I'm with, someone is guaranteed to be bringing home some of their lunch on their shirt regardless.
Fair. That's fair. All right. I think I got everything. We got a couple questions here in the chat I want to get to. Why don't we do that during Ask a Fat? We can do that here in a second while I stall because I need to find the button.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat is currently not sponsored. If you know someone who is looking to sponsor a show like this, an extremely local audience at a very affordable price, get them in touch with us. I'm fatpod@gmail.com. That's also where you can email us for Ask a Fat. We've also got our voicemail line, 708-858-3314. Send your questions to either of those places, and we will get to them on
Ask a Fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the Fats.
First, we'll go to the chat on YouTube, youtube.com/I'mFatPodcast. We are live with every episode. Andy Kaza, I think I'm saying that right, says, did you guys try the Dorito pickle chips? And did you try Popeye's pickle lemonade? I do not like pickles, to my chagrin. I wish I did. Rick, have you had or do either of these interest you?
I have not. The pickle chips interest me more than the pickle lemonade. I will make a note for next week to search those things out.
I have seen them at Mariano's, if you have one of those near you.
Okay.
I will say the pickle lemonade sounds interesting because I'm sure it's a subtle pickleness.
Sure.
And that could sort of complement with lemon pretty well, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I could see that.
I would not order one, but I would sip one if someone got one.
Gotcha.
I'd probably not like it. But I would at least try it.
I like that you kind of worked your way back to your normal.
Well, yeah,
You're like,
I don't
can
expect
totally
to like it,
see this working, but I wouldn't order it myself. But if someone else got it, yeah, but I probably wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I would assume if I had to bet, it's that I would not like it, but sure. I'm interested to see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scared of it. All right, now we go to the emails. Again, I'm fatpod@gmail.com. This one's from Jimmy. Jimmy says, big fan of the show. Wanted to recommend an underrated food gem in Lockport for your next stop at Nick and Ivy. Anarino's, 110 McGregor Street. Is not downtown, but you go right past it when going from 355 to downtown Lockport. This fast casual Italian place is a mom and pop joint. Never fails with their food. Their old world family recipe breaded steak sandwich is top notch. Highly encourage you and others to check them out next time you're in Lockport. Thanks for all the food recs and fat fun. Again, that's from Jimmy. So that is Anarino's.
Whoa.
Well done. 110 McGregor Road in Lockport. Oh, speaking of Dan McNeil stuff.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
My brain is so stupid. It's been like extra stupid with that type of stuff lately.
We've been ingrained with it. Like our brains are programmed to think that way.
I know it's so funny to attempt to explain that to other people that like things that we think of are fitting anything into X amount of syllables for a song reference or hearing anything that could be a sound drop.
Yes.
Like, God forbid if I hear anything that could describe a person and I'm like, that'd be for Who's Your Guy? Like,
Never
you know,
fails.
it's just like that is the way my brain functions.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
the
the same
only
way.
way my brain functions.
It's a mental illness that we both have.
Yep.
Oh, I met Pete Bursich,
Oh,
Vikings announcer,
nice.
who I talked to a million times. He was on with Hogue yesterday at CHGO. I'm like, hey, I'm Jay. We talked a million times via text or via phone. I just work for McNeil. He's like, oh, yeah, of course. Good to meet you. I'm also a big Notre Dame fan. He goes, I'm sorry. I'm like, Pete, it was like 30 years ago. You can forgive yourself for a dropped interception against Boston College. Let it go, man. Like, it should not, that game should not have been to the point where Notre Dame needed an interception to beat Boston College to solidify a national championship. Yes, you dropped a pick. There are 100 other plays in that game that should have gone better. Release yourself from the torment of, like, he literally
That's
immediately apologized to me. I'm like,
That's
dude,
sad.
it's okay. Like, it was a long time ago.
Right. And you were a college kid.
Yes.
Like, right.
I mean, I wasn't going to say, of course I wasn't going to say anything to him about it.
Right.
Like, dude, you played on one of the best Notre Dame teams ever.
Right.
That's
huge.
Like, oh, this poor guy. I just wanted to hug him. I'm like, oh my God, Pete, it's okay, man. We've moved on.
There are people that have bad games, or Notre Dame will just have entire bad games against NIU.
They can't help it. Every year they have to do it.
I'm just very happy that it happened against my school.
Hey, you know what? I don't think without that, they don't get to the national championship.
And who knows if NIU gets to the Mountain West and all the money that apparently comes with it.
Yeah.
Because when I think Mountain West, I think DeKalb, Illinois.
So many mountains.
Just the fact that for football, they're in the same conference as Hawaii.
Yeah, of course. I
It's
mean,
so stupid.
They're just right there.
I mean,
That's a regional rivalry.
college sports are just ridiculous.
Yeah, just conferences are dumb.
Whatever. Yeah. The Big Ten baseball power UCLA just lost today.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. This one is from Robert. Well, gents, a bit of a fat fashion. I was recently at the Jewels and was charged with getting some things. I had my list and was following it meticulously and found myself picking out some apples.
Next.
My eyes slowly rose to the bakery that was not far beyond the fruit section, and a grand idea blossomed into my head. Quote, cake is good, end quote.
True.
But I don't even get to have it unless it's somebody's birthday, but not today. I went up and bought a small sheet cake just to bring home and eat. The lady asked if I wanted anything written on it. Quote, no, I'm just going to take it home to eat it, end quote. I don't know why. I never really thought I could do this before, but it never really dawned on me that I could just buy cake. So go for it, Fats. Celebrate nothing and buy a cake.
I love that.
And his Ask a Fat, if there was no judgment in the world toward fattivities, what would you do that is typically frowned upon? P.S. Upon driving home, I'm being told that I'm no longer allowed to buy a sheet cake just because.
Oh, well, you know what? That's when you implement the hidden garbage can, the secret garbage can.
Right.
All right, fattivity. If there's no judgment in the world, I just would be shirtless more often.
Yes.
Like I would cut the lawn with no shirt on. I would just have my shirt off all the time in the summer. Like today, I'm at the softball game, coaching third, and I'm trying to get like this freaking farmer stand taken care of.
Yeah.
And one of our players is like, you got an ombre tan. And I'm like, when do I have the opportunity to walk around without a shirt on?
Right.
Like, I don't think you want that right now, do you? You want to be coaching girls softball shirtless? No, I wore a tank top when I cut the lawn this morning. I was on a boat twice this weekend. I got sunburned. You can see I'm sunburned.
Yeah.
Press on my head and it gets white, but like it just did not take out because I wasn't sleeveless.
Yeah. I don't even really go shirtless in the house. Like in the confines of my own house, I really don't.
I always have a vision of myself on the couch without a shirt on, and it's not good.
Same.
And there's no way that Hope's like, yeah, look at that.
Right.
You know, like I believe that she is still relatively attracted to me. I hope she is. I'm still very much attracted to her.
Right.
But no one wants to see me just sitting around with my man boobs and my gut.
Exactly. Like that's how I feel too. Like even what was it? There was a day where like it was like close to time to go to bed, but like my shorts had gotten trashed. I think because like Lulu was chewing a bone up and she was like pushing it up against me, so there was like slobber and bone particles and what the shorts were bad. They were gone. She's like, why don't you just take off the shorts? Because I wear boxer briefs. She's like, they're basically like shorts anyway.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I guess I could do that. And
That's
then
all
just like
sleep in.
I was mildly uncomfortable for like the first couple minutes, and then I was just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm old anyway. I've got nothing to gain. All right. One more from our buddy, Charlie the Bacon Guy. He says, hey, Fats, I've been quoting a lot of good fat-related one-liners in movies lately. That got me thinking, what are your favorite memorable fat-related movie quotes? The first that came to mind are, quote, I bet if it were a cheeseburger, you'd stop it. Mighty Ducks. Here's mine, by the way, Rick. I can actually hear you getting fatter from Tommy Boy, which is my favorite. Also, your brain has the shell on it from Tommy Boy. And then finally, most of the things Fat Bastard said in Austin Powers, primarily, I'm higher on the food chain. Get in my belly.
Yeah.
Thanks for all you do. Miss you and the Fats. You're not gone, Charlie.
Right.
You're not giving us money anymore, which is fine, I suppose.
The other one that I thought of is in the movie Heavyweights. After they vanquish Ben Stiller and they have their like one night blowout and everybody wakes up like passed out in this like lawn area. And the guy that's like taking over basically is just like, now what did we learn from this? And I believe it's Keenan. Yeah, I believe it's Keenan Thompson's like, don't put Twinkies on your pizza. And that's what I remember.
That's a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Lesson learned. All right, good stuff. Like as always, Rick, you said, neither of us have much today. Hour 7.
Yep.
Never fails.
Right. Follow us on all of our social media at I'm Fat Pod. I'm fatpod at gmail.com to send in those Ask Fat questions. Also, you can call the Fat Phone, 708-858-3314. Check out Spotify if you like, if that's where you like to listen to your pods, or you can watch us on Spotify as well. I'm fatmerch.com. Actually, remind me to tell you a story related to that. I'm fatmerch.com. Check out our stuff. Our merch, someone else's merch. It could be a t-shirt. It could be a mug. It could be whatever they offer on TeePublic, but use our link regardless, whether it's our stuff or someone else's stuff that you would like. YouTube.com/I'mFat. Yeah, that's a sexy looking mug.
I know. Isn't it great?
Right.
I might need to bring it upstairs. It might
Actually
be time
use
to
it.
add it to the mug rotation.
Nice.
It just holds my pens down here.
It's not a bad roll though.
No.
YouTube.com/I'mFatPodcast. Subscribe, like each video, and let it run in the background, even if you watch us live, which thank you if you do, on here or Facebook or whatever. Or if you're an audio listener, just open the tab, throw us on in the background, mute it, and then just give us those hours consumed, because consumption is great and we need it to help out with our ability to make a little money off of this thing. And then you can subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe to the regular podcast feed, leave a 5-star rating and review, and check out our sponsors, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. So for Jay, I'm Rick. Stay cool, Fats. And this is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.